Thomas of Celano was an Italian friar of the Franciscans as well as a poet and the author of 3 hagiographies about Saint Francis of Assisi. Life. Birth. Thomas was from Celano in Abruzzo and was born in 1185. Works and Franciscan life. The first of his works on Francis was Vita Beati Francisci, a work on the saint's early life that was commissioned by Pope Gregory IX in 1228 at the time Francis's canonization. The second work, Memorial Desiderio Animae Gestis a Verbis Sanctissimi Patris Nostri Francisci, was commissioned by Crescentius of Jesi, the Minister General of the Franciscan Order sometime between 1244 and 1247, and reflects changing official perspectives on Francis in the decades after his death. The third is a treatise on the saint's miracles, written sometime between around 1254 and 1257 at the bidding of Blessed John of Parma, who succeeded Crescentius as Minister General. Thomas's authorship of the 3 works on Francis of Assisi is well established. Thomas also wrote Fregat Victor Virtualis and Sanctitatis Nova Signa in honor of Francis. Life of Saint Clare of Assisi. On the early life of Saint Clare of Assisi and the hymn Dies Irae are also traditionally attributed to him, but the authorship of both works is in fact uncertain. Thomas was not among the earliest disciples of Francis, but he joined the Franciscans around 1215 during the saint's lifetime, and evidently knew him personally. In 1221, Thomas was sent to Germany with Caesarius of Spire to promote the new order there, and in 1223 was named sole guardian of the order's Rhineland province, which included convents at Cologne, Mainz, Worms, and Speyer. Within a few years he was back in Italy, where he seems to have remained for the rest of his life, with some possible short-term missions to Germany. Death and burial. In 1260 he settled down to his last post as spiritual director to a convent of Clarisses in Tagliacozzo, where he died sometime between 1260 and 1270. He was at first buried in the church of S. Giovanni Valdi I Vari, attached to his monastery, but his body is now reburied in the church of S. Francesco at Tagliacozzo. Beatification process. The process for beatification was initiated in Avezzano. The Congregation for the Causes of Saints declared the process valid and allowed for the opening of the so-called Roman phase on the 27th of November 1991. The initiation of the process prior to this date granted him the title Servant of God. Books. The Eloquence of Sanctity. Rhetoric in Thomas of Celano's Vita Prima Sancti Francisci by John Becket. Franciscan Institute Publications, 2003. ISBN 9780819910006-6.